Hi, this is another Videolicious video coming to you for all the good things that are happening at Coldwell Banker. So we'll get right to it. At the top of my list, I want to welcome all the new agents since we last came to you. And they are out of 400 North, Billy Lawson and Marielle Stark. In Alpharetta, Michelle Healy. In Buckhead, Chelsea Middleton, Kelly Roper, Ashley Holloman. In our Cobb office, Jennifer Dull, Ralph Keaton, Mark Wilson, and Robert Singleton came to us from Keller Williams. In our Dunwoody office, Kayla Thompson. In InTown, Lisa O'Connor, who came to us from InTown Expert Realty, and also Barney Hill affiliated with us. From Johns Creek, Carmen Robin and Raymond Uridi. From Roswell, Rick Venable, Jim Casella, and Jessica Lewis. So, welcome to all of you all. Did you hear that according to Real Trends 500, NRT for the 19th year in a row was named the #1 residential brokerage? And listen to these staggering statistics. We ranked #1 for the 19th year in a row in both closed sales volume and closed transactions. And if you look at how many transactions NRT produced to be #1, 342,000 transactions and more than 166 billion in closed sales volume. Now what they did is they looked at our next closest 5 competitors and found that if you take all 5 competitors and combine all those numbers together, we outrank them collectively. So 5-1, we outrank them. And that is due to your hard work, your commitment, and your diligence and professionalism. So thank you very much for helping to make us #1 again for the 19th year in a row. I had mentioned at the top of this when we were talking about agents, I said the Dunwoody office. Well, I want you to know we're so excited. We have renamed the Dunwoody office and it has now become the Perimeter office. If you've seen anything in the news about what's going on in the perimeter is blowing and going. And so we thought to rename the office actually was the Dunwoody agent suggestion, which was a great suggestion because it more appropriately shows the market share area, the entire perimeter area in which they make consumers happy. Don't forget about listings. We're in a listing deprived market. So think about FSBOs, expireds, using your home base in-touch, outreach to consumers in neighborhoods, CBX to target predictive selling when you go in for a listing to show them geographically where it's most likely their buyers will come from. We also had a really bittersweet, lovely event this past week. Mary McPherson, the broker of our Alpharetta office, who has been our broker for over 20 years as a broker, and that's not even counting her sales experience as a sales agent, is retiring. She's retired and she's going off to have a wonderful new beginning with her husband Charlie. And so the Alpharetta agents gave Mary a lovely party and a lovely send-off and warmly welcomed Kathy Weeks, who's our new broker out of Alpharetta. Also want to mention before we close, don't forget about FAB Plus. We've got 2 more weeks to go. We want to be the best in the region. And what this does is your listings are already enhanced, but with FAB Plus for only $175 for the entire year, regardless of how many listings you have. You know, if you go to the big websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Yahoo, things like that, on the side you will see next to your listing the pictures and contact information for maybe 3 or 4 agents. They're not even the listing agents. I mean, yours would be there, but there are these other people. Well, what FAB Plus does is it removes all those agents' names and numbers, and you're the only picture and the only contact information next to your listing. Who else should the consumer be calling except the listing agent? And so it removes all the competitors and it puts you front and center. And the company underwrites that, so most of it's company paid, because if you were to buy that kind of package on these websites, it would probably cost $12,000. So for only $175 a year, it does this with all your listings and puts you front and center. So take advantage of that. Only 2 more weeks. After that, the price goes up. Thank you so much for clicking and listening today, and we'll be bringing more great news about what's going on with Coldwell Banker in the future. Thank you.